What's up, Hoovers? Back again with another basketball review video. I'm excited to talk to you about. It's game day, baby. We're talking about the game day performance insoles by Move. Are they worth the price? Do they perform as well as they say they do? Should you pick up a pair? All those questions answered right after the intro. First, 60 seconds for all you Instagram and TikTok babies who don't have an attention span longer than a YouTube commercial break. Here comes that quick breakdown. Now, the Game Day Performance Insoles by Move are a fantastic pair of insoles, a wonderful product. A fantastic blend of comfort and performance for an everyday basketball player or the basketball player who plays a lot. These are much better than just the flimsy traditional insoles that come stock with your shoes. So if you're looking for a pair of insoles that are going to help prevent injury, going to help reduce fatigue in your feet, help increase performance by allowing you to be a little bit quicker, a little faster with the basketball, an insole that doesn't slide inside the shoe, an insole that doesn't stick to your sock and your foot slide inside the sock. The Game Day Performance Insoles by Move are a fantastic product and a product meant for you. Now, of course, with more B-roll footage, detailed information about the insoles, and more of a breakdown on my actual review as far as performance goes for the insoles, let's get into that. Now, the first thing that I want to point out is that when you get them, they come in this snazzy blue bag. And on the back of it, there's some information. Meet your new essential, bringing you the same superior comfort, injury prevention, and performance advantages once only reserved for the pros. Rooted in hoops, tested by pros, built for all. Now, obviously, I'm a sucker for a good basketball product. Hell, that's why I have that's why I have a YouTube channel. I almost said an Instagram channel. I'm barely on Instagram. Anyway, the products that are marketed to basketball players, if it's endorsed by an NBA pro, that pretty much works on me every time. So when I saw Dame Lillard as an ambassador for this product, I was curious and thinking, well, it must be good enough for a basketball player to endorse it because it's a performance product. It may not be the best product because I don't know what kind of bag they threw at Dame to endorse this product, but it must be a good enough product because I don't anticipate, or I don't really think that Dame Lillard is someone who's going to be fake or phony. If he really messes with a product, it's really a product that he himself would mess with outside of the basketball court as well. When I got these insoles, well, first let me back up. The decision on which insoles to get. Now, they've got three different types of insoles. Most companies have kind of a three-tier for their product. They've got the cost-effective one, they've got the middle of the road one, then they've got the high price one, right? So most insoles, you've got the cost-effective, which is the cheaper one, which the materials may not be the greatest, the performance might not be the greatest, but we're gonna give you a little bit of both. Then you've got the middle, which is kind of a really good blend between the cost, where it's affordable, but you're paying a little bit more to where you understand you're going to be getting some level of performance in it. But you're not going to get all the performance you would get out of the higher price one because most of the performance is in that product. So anytime they've got three tiers in a product, I always try to get the middle one because you're always going to get a little bit of both, right? And that's exactly what I got. Without knowing what the top tier or the bottom tier actually performs like, I'd probably guess that this is a great in between, because for me personally, I felt that between the comfort and the performance, these insoles had a little bit of both, and just enough for me to really enjoy these insoles, enough to think, man, I should probably put these in all of my basketball shoes. Now let me rewind and talk exactly why I would want to go that route. Now, the first thing that I noticed about these insoles was the material on the surface of the insole. Most insoles, they've got kind of that nasty, sticky kind of cloth material that over time your sock is going to get attached to it and your foot's going to be sliding in and out of your sock, but the sock's not going to be sliding inside of the shoe, which is annoying. A lot of you guards who play quick, you guys understand what I'm talking about. If you got a loose sock, that thing's sliding all around inside the shoe and it's annoying. Because of the material of this, your sock's not going to be stuck on this insole. Your sock is going to be sliding just like you would be on a basketball court, which is actually really nice because it's one less thing for you to have to worry about. On top of that, the material, for those of you with smelly feet, has odor control. So it's one less thing for you to have to worry about or be embarrassed about when you're finally taking that sock out of those shoes. The other thing that I noticed, on the bottom side of the insole were the horizontal lines. Now initially I was thinking, oh, that's just some snazzy design feature that they wanted to have to help them stand out. But the more I looked at it and the more I used these insoles, I realized this is actually a performance point. These lines are meant to help the insole not slide inside of the shoe. Now, some insoles, because they're made of like a hard plastic all the way around, or they've got some sort of like foam material for cushioning, they have a tendency to slide inside of the shoe. Now, you thought the sock slide, or your foot sliding inside the sock inside the shoe on the insole was bad. Imagine having that on top of the insole sliding in the shoe. There's absolutely no stability with the shoe. It makes for an annoying basketball game, and I'd imagine it increases the likelihood of you getting injured. Now, going to that point as far as injury prevention and performance, the heel technology on this is really, really nice. It has a deep seated heel which just allows your foot to fall right into the insole, and you feel that support on the back of your heel. Not a lot of insoles are designed like that. They're very flat. There's not much of a rim or a backing that supports the back end of your heel, which from a performance standpoint, when you're moving around, the more lockdown you can have with your foot and the less movement you can have inside the shoe with the foot, the better. Because it's when your foot starts moving around, you find angles to where things can strain, things can twist, things can pull. You don't want that to happen. You want everything to be locked in, supported all the way around. That way you can go and play and perform the way that you're used to. These insoles do a great job of that, from the heel all the way to the forefoot of your, well, the forefoot of your foot, the forefoot on a shoe. But if we're talking about your, anyway, to the front of your foot, there's going to be some support. The material on the heel is kind of a harder plastic foam combination, which when you touch it, you immediately think this isn't going to move much. This is going to be pretty stiff. It may be a little uncomfortable, but much to my surprise, it wasn't. These insoles are actually really, really comfortable in regards to cushioning. Now, the performance part, you're not going to get as much out of the insole as you would expect from different performance-based insoles. But what I think that Move does really, really well is combine comfort, stability, and performance all in one for a price that actually makes a whole lot of sense. I would purchase another pair of these as soon as these run out. I'm considering buying the third tier performance version of these because I'm curious, how much better are those compared to these? I've worn these maybe 4 or 5 times already, and to be completely honest with you, there's been a few times where I've completely forgot that they were in these shoes. Like, I just got used to them being in the shoes that I forgot that I had some sort of added product into the shoe for performance. They're extremely comfortable. It makes me want to put them in all my other just everyday shoes because of the stability and the comfort. So if you're looking for an insole that combines comfort, performance, for a price point you can justify, I highly recommend going to Move.one. Grab you a pair of the Game Day Performance insoles. You will not be disappointed. If you have these insoles, or if you have one of the lower tier or the higher tier version, you guys know I love hearing about it in the comments. Let me know what you think about these insoles. If you've been considering getting these insoles, shoot me some questions in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them for you. If you haven't, make sure you like this video, subscribe. I appreciate it. If you don't, that's cool too. You just watching this video is enough for me. And until next time, you can keep hooping. I'm gonna do it in these insoles though. See, I keep them in the bag, and then I put the bag in my bag so I know where they're at, and I just do it like that.
Papa.
Yeah?